Alright, so in the recent chapter of Chainsaw Man, right. It's been a lot of focus on a specific character, a specific war devil of sorts. To nobody's surprise, right? Yoru's been getting a lot of focus in the most recent chapters of Chainsaw Man. Usually it was kind of split. You got you got a bit more Asa, you get a bit more Yoru. You getting a lot more Yoru than you are getting Asa, right? And that is definitely has been divisive for some of the fans. They say Asa doesn't get no screen time. It's either Yoru and Denji, and to that I kind of say that Asa and Yoru, they're not the same character, but they go hand in hand. Like, without Yoru there's no Asa, and without Asa there's no Yoru, and the story wouldn't work if either of them weren't to be incorporated. Yoru taking over Asa's body, right? That means that whenever she wants, whenever things get dire, that she can take over and have full control. And in the past, right, like in the earlier chapters, they used to try to like work together on certain things. They would do like Yoru and Asa would talk. They haven't really talked. And I think that's the problem, is that Yoru and Asa haven't really talked. It's more so either Asa talking to Denji or Yoru talking to Denji, but not Yoru and Asa having their conversations like they used to before. It makes it feel like you either get one or the other when you used to get both. And that's a problem in its own sense. But I wanted to talk about what makes Yoru such an interesting villain, because this also plays into it. So the fact that she, like, after her and Asa was like cool and they would have their little chats up until pretty recently, usually like the Falling Devil, not the Falling Devil, the Aging Devil arc, where Asa kind of remembered, like, Yoru's still a devil. Yoru's still evil, bruh. Just because we cool, so we get along, doesn't mean that Yoru was on a good side, or she wants the good of humanity. No. No, she's still very much so a devil. She's still very much so evil. She's still very much so chaotic and will cause harm to anybody and not care. Think it's funny, you know what I mean? Like, that's how she moves. It works so well for Yoru's character because she's the war devil, and war in itself is something that I'm not here to talk about no politics or anything like that, but the concept of war, right? It's chaotic, stupid, and destructive, right? Just call it how it is: chaotic, stupid, and destructive. Yoru, bro. All things that apply to Yoru, cause she is so dumb, bro. Like, she's so dumb, it'd be making me upset at times. When she made that long behind gun arm and was shooting all them swords that she made, that was fire. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then Fallen Devil regenerated it and picked it up and started blasting her with the same swords. And all she's gonna say is, damn. What did you think would happen? Like, what did you think would happen, bro? Like, what? But, like, things like that, you kind of, like, think about, like, why did she even do that? Like, knowing that Fallen Devil can regenerate. She's stupid. But she's somebody that's so powerful and can cause such mass destruction with the brain size of this, bruh. That's the problem, because she has all the power to do what she wants. She has all the power to cause mayhem. She has all the power to, get destructive, and she's only gonna get stronger. That's the crit. She's only gonna get stronger, bro. Like, this is her weakened, bruh. So in the most recent chapter, after falling through the spear through her head, she got up and packed Falling up, bruh. Like, just packed her. Like, on some crate. Like, I never even seen her move like that before. She was on demon time, bro. Fallen couldn't even do nothing, bro. Fallen would use her attacks and Yoru would just tank them. Boom, go past, break the claw, slice her up, speed blitzing her. You couldn't even see her, bro. What? And now nukes are back, bro. Do y'all understand the scale of destruction that she's going to be on? And we don't even know her plan, bro. Asa said, oh yeah, she's planning something that, so bad she don't even want to say. We don't even know what she got planned, bruh. And she was already destructive before we knew she even had the evil plan, bruh. And she got some sneaky stuff going on with Death, cause she be working. I don't know. Her and Death got something going on, bro. Cause like, you know, oh, the anything for my sister. Like, her and Death, I think she has the closest connection to Death out of all the characters in the story. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Because, you know, Yoru, like, she wants Death to be, you know, Death to die. But I think the common consensus is that she wants, like, an infinite war. Like, she wants there to be no death. She wants death to not exist. So that humanity and devils can constantly be at war permanently, forever. And she's just getting stronger. She's just laughing, watching it happen, unfold, and smiling, enjoying her time with it, bro. You know? And that's a problem, bro. That's a problem, but it's so fire to see it, because when it comes down to her, like, you know, she's not Makima. Like, that, like, she's not Makima. She's not some big, overarching, you know, big boss who's looking down at everybody and seeing, you know, things behind the scenes. She's not plotting seeds behind the scenes. No, she's impulsive. She's, you know, she does things that's right in front of her. She doesn't look ahead. She doesn't plan ahead for stuff. Stuff just kind of happens, and, you know, she benefits from it. Or when things happen, then she takes, you know, her time to strike. You know, like when Pochita came out at the sushi place, then she was like, all right, I'm finna fight him. Stuff like that. Like, she takes her opportunities to strike, you know, right when it happens. But she's not cunning. She's not, you know, meticulous, because she's the war devil, bro. War isn't cunning, meticulous, you know, strategic. It's just, I'm gonna blast you, and I'm gonna get stronger, and I'm gonna blast you even harder, bro. If you don't agree with me, I'm gonna blow you up. That's what it is, bro. And that is her to a T, bro. And that's fire. That's fire, bro. Now, you know, people definitely get like annoyed at her and like get mad at her because like she's annoying, and, you know, she always takes Asa's spotlight. Asa can't talk without Yoru interrupting, and, you know, she has this like her and Denji relationship. It's like Asa and Denji have a more healthy, you know, patient, slower relationship. That's definitely better for, like, you know, the psyche, and, you know, definitely what a relationship should be, right? Or at least building up towards that. But Yoru and Denji have a fast, exciting, you know, crazy, hectic. Oh, you know, I'll be, you know, lustful, stuff like that. Like that's the type of relationship they have, and it's split down the middle. So it's like Yoru's already crazy and stupid, and she has feelings for Denji, who Denji isn't somebody that's, you know, like it ain't. Like, he ain't stupid, but he ain't the smartest. And he's definitely not the most emotionally mature. He's definitely not, you know, he's not somebody that, like, he can tell that Yoru's dangerous, but if she kiss him, he's still gonna go for it, you know? If she throw that thing back on him, he catching it, is what I'm saying, you know? He not gonna turn her down. It gets to a point to where it's like, she's so hard to, like, wrap your head around. Cause, you know, like, she's like, you know, she has this crush on Denji. But she hates Chainsaw Man. She wanted him to vomit up nuclear weapons. She fought Chainsaw Man and won. Like, she beat Pochita. Now nuclear weapons are back, and she's crying because she forgot. Like, it's so many things that go into her that it's more than just, you know, I'm evil and I'm gonna create war and I'm gonna, you know, destroy humanity. Like, that probably, you know, that's definitely a facet of her. So definitely an aspect of her. But there's so much more to, like, unpack about her. And I think that's fire, bro. And it doesn't have to be a Makima thing where it's like, she's this cunning, big, bad villain that, you know, all, you know, behind the scenes, and, you know, everything that happens is because of her. No! But Yoru still does cause things to happen behind the scenes, whether intentional or not. I don't think she did it intentionally, but, you know, when she activated the War Devil and stole the Tank Devil, you know, her kids, when she got them with them gauntlets, that ended up causing turmoil between, you know, that ended up causing a war between, I guess, like, Russia and the U.S. and some other area, to where the U.S. made a nuke and dropped it on them boys, and now the nukes are back, even though Pochita erased them. So now she got the nuke boost. What are we talking about, bruh? And this is stuff that she didn't plan for that. She didn't plan, oh yeah, I'm going to make these guys have, you know, I'm going to make this war go on longer. No, she was worried about fighting Chainsaw Man and having him vomit up nuclear weapons. But it happens that it just happens that nuclear weapons are back from her fight with Chainsaw Man. It's like she does these things like the effects of her actions aren't intentional, but they're still very much so present, and she'll still very much so benefit from it. And that is tough because it's same thing as like war. Like, you know, war leaves so many people that weren't even involved scarred, hurt, you know, disabled, you know, damaged, and you know, that ends up leading to more more turmoil, leading to more conflict between these different states and stuff. And now, yup, it's gonna keep going, bro. It's a cycle that just keeps going like that, bro. So yeah, it's just interesting to see that, like, you know, she was like full blown devil at first. You know, oh, I hate Chainsaw Man. I want to get revenge on Chainsaw Man. Yada yada yada. And then she actually won their fight, and you know, now she has a crush on Denji. Like, she's like a devil turning human, but she's never losing that devil spark, bro. She's always very much so a devil through and through, bro. And I think that's pretty tough, bro. I think that's pretty tough. You feel me? But yeah, that's it. I just want to go on and talk about her. I definitely be talking about Yoru a lot. I think Yoru was like the most interesting character in part 2. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Asa, but like Asa's character is heavily tied into Yoru, bro. So yeah, I just think that's pretty cool. I just think it's pretty cool. All right, I'm out. Goodbye. See ya.